All-wheel drive in a mid-sized car is hard to find, and rarer still is finding one with a 6-cylinder engine. For years, there's only been one choice, the Subaru Legacy.
But for 2015, Chrysler is offering an all-wheel drive option in the 200S, taking on the equally new Subaru Legacy.
So which one of these two offers the best combination of power, comfort, and value with the added benefit of all-weather capability? And can Chrysler take a bite out of the market that Subaru has owned for years?
While Chrysler interiors have never been better, there are a few questionable decisions here in the 200S, namely this blue-tinted wood trim and these blue leather accents. Also, the cloth parts of these seats have this weird mesh material, which doesn't look or feel premium at all. And why are the tack and speedo labeled? Isn't that weird? Redeeming the 200S, the dash uses this squishy matte plastic that doesn't reflect in the windshield. There's also a large, dual-paned panoramic sunroof. Additionally, there's a ton of storage area. By replacing the shift lever with a knob, Chrysler has made this huge pass-through area and offers a large cubby area under the sliding cup holders. And finally, I have to point out the fantastic Uconnect infotainment system, which is fast, responsive, and easy to use. There's also a powerful 506-watt sound system in here, which provides nice depth to your tunes.
Subaru has been working hard on their interiors, and it's paying off. Although still not a class leader, the 2015 Legacy's interior is much better than the old model, and I really like that the infotainment unit finally is properly integrated into the dash. A nice touchscreen setup, I'm happy that there's still a volume and tuning knob. The Legacy is a comfortable place to be. The front seats are quite supportive for long-distance driving, and there's ample space. The rear seat as well offers a lot of space, with 38.1 inches of rear legroom, which is more than the 200S. But more importantly, real-world livable space back there is much better thanks to the more squared-off shape of the Legacy. That square shape and low belt line create great sight lines, and any driver of any height can get behind this wheel and see out without issue. On the downside, the Legacy does have 1 cubic foot less space in the trunk, but unlike the 200S, it ditches the old school swing arms for gas struts, which gives you more usable overall space.
With more power and torque than the Legacy, the 200S feels plenty fast on the road. And while the Subaru uses a CVT transmission, which can be a bit annoying, this Chrysler uses a 9-speed automatic transmission. Now that's good and bad. It's good because it's fuel efficient, and at highway speeds, this thing doesn't even break 2,000 RPM. But it's not quite refined, and at low speeds it tends to stumble upon itself, and downshifting isn't that quick. The 200S has a very interesting all-wheel drive system. It actually disconnects the rear axle in order to improve fuel efficiency. But when you do need it, the car can send up to 60% of the power to those rear wheels. But overall, I find the 200 not as easy to drive as the Subaru, and that's because of these tiny side view mirrors and these small windows making it difficult to see around you.
The Legacy is down a lot of power to the 200S, but it is 150 pounds lighter. And thanks to that CVT, it feels just as quick in a straight line and actually responds quicker than the 9-speed automatic in the Chrysler. With great sight lines and light steering, it's just the easier car to drive, and the transmission is far better. This CVT is one of the best on the market. It does such a great job mimicking a conventional automatic. I have a feeling most drivers wouldn't even know that this is a CVT and not a 6 or 7-speed auto. Even with less power, the Legacy does have a full-time all-wheel drive system, and during our real-world fuel economy testing, it came up a bit short to the 200S. The Legacy scored 25.2 miles per gallon, while the Chrysler got 25.9. Our Legacy came equipped with the Eyesight System, which is Subaru's crash detection and adaptive cruise control setup. Instead of using the usual radar system, Eyesight uses 2 cameras mounted at the top of the windshield to judge distance of vehicles and pedestrians in front of you. It works well, and I find it really easy to use. To get adaptive cruise in the 200, Chrysler demands more money, and you can't get it in the 200S, you have to get it in the 200C, which loses some of the 200S's unique styling. The Eyesight option and the heated rear seats are both premium features added in for this price, which is nice because, let's face it, the 3.6R Limited is approaching entry-level luxury in terms of pricing.
With the 200S, you get more power, more styling, and more sophistication.
But you also get more compromise. The 200S has a cramped back seat, poor sightlines, and the transmission needs a little bit more development.
Right, and it's more expensive, which makes it a bit more difficult to recommend over the Subaru.
Think of the Subaru Legacy as an all-wheel drive Honda Accord doing everything right in a family-friendly vehicle, with the added benefit of all-weather capability.